Hi, Ron Craig here again, sharing with you another lesson on Bible realities. In order to get the most out of the Bible and learn the real Bible realities, you need a good Bible. In a previous lesson, I shared with you some information about different Bible versions. Today there are many different English Bible versions, Old and New Testament. But most of them today, the newer ones, are based upon Greek text in the New Testament that's not the same as the Greek text that was used for hundreds and hundreds of years, called a textus receptus, or received text. The newer versions based upon those other Greek texts have a lot of flaws in them, and in a later lesson I'll go into detail about those flaws so that you'll know what I mean and understand more about the different Bible versions. And I'm sure you'll want to get the best versions that you can with the Greek text, the Greek New Testament based upon the Textus Receptus. In this lesson, I want to talk about some Bible study helps. In learning the most about Bible realities, the real Bible truth, you need not only a good Bible, and I recommend reference Bible, one that gives you references from one verse to show you how that same subject is dealt with in another verse or more than one verse in either the Old or New Testaments. In this lesson, we're talking about Bible study help, starting with Strong's Concordance. This is called exhaustive concordance because it contains every word in the King James Bible, both Old and New Testaments, every word. That's why it's so thick. A lot of words in there, and it shows you every reference where that word appears. Even the a, and these are in there. It's called exhaustive. Now this concordance was first published in the late 1800s, over 120 years ago. It's been improved a lot since then and updated, but this is a Bible study help that is almost invaluable. It has a wealth of information. You can get these. They sell so many of them now. They're so popular. From $20 to $30, you get a good one. And it's a wealth of information. There's no way you can put a dollar value on what these study helps are worth with Strong's Concordance. This is based on a King James Version, but you can even use this concordance to help you understand and get some information about words in other versions as well. Now, it has the Old and New Testaments that shows you these columns where all the different verses, part of a verse is put down, and then it shows you, where it is, and over to the side you'll see a column of numbers, and these numbers are the numbers that go along with the word that's emphasized in these verses. And in the back of the book, you have dictionary. You have the Old Testament dictionary and the New. There's part of the New Testament dictionary, and here's part of the Old. And it shows you each one of those words and the basic meaning, 2 or 3 meanings sometimes, of those different words. And that is, it's called exhaustive, and there's a lot of information there, and you can learn a lot by that. And so this is one of the handy Bible study tools you need to have by your side when you study the Bible. Look up those words in those verses, and you can learn a lot by those word definitions. Sometimes you're surprised about that. Okay, there's another analytical concordance of the Bible, Young's Analytical Concordance, done by the same Robert Young, who did Young's literal translation of the Bible that we talked about the last time. Now this has a few different features, but they're not exactly like the Strong's because it does not have a dictionary in the back. So that's one of the shortcomings of this version. It does have a topical index, but it does not have dictionaries of the Old and New Testament words in the back. But some people like that one, and so that's another concordance. There are concordances of several different Bible versions today, but not every version. They're very limited because it takes a lot of money and time to come up with these, and they have to sell a lot of them. Now, here's one of those about the exhaustive concordance of the New King James Version. But again, this does not have a dictionary in the back. It is about the words of the New King James Version, and that's very helpful if you have that. But the Strong's Concordance has a dictionary in the back, and that is one of the most helpful tools. Now, another helpful Bible study tool is, in Strong's Concordance, the dictionaries in the back of the concordance, both Old Testament words and New Testament words, have a relatively short list of word meanings. A good Bible dictionary goes much deeper in the same word, the English words, and it'll show you more information, more meanings, and more information about each one of those words. So to add to your Strong's Concordance, you may want a good Bible dictionary, and there are different ones. I have a couple here. This is a different Bible dictionary. There's several different ones, and these are kind of heavy books and kind of heavy prices because they're just not cheap, and they're heavy. As I usually say, wisdom is weighty. Besides the Bible dictionaries, there are Bible encyclopedias. The Bible dictionaries will show you the meanings of words and a little bit of information about them, but an encyclopedia will go into detail like Abraham, personalities, or Syria, or the Euphrates River. It'll give you a lot of information about those subjects, so it goes a lot deeper than the Bible dictionary, a lot more than just a meaning of the words, but it'll give you a long discussion about different topics. Of course, it may be kind of limited. Now, this is just one of 4 volumes in this set. There are 4 of them, and this is one of them. So that'll take up a good bit of room in your bookcase, and they're not real cheap. But again, wisdom is weighty. Here's another one. I have a couple of different sets in my library. Another Bible encyclopedia. There are 4 versions of this set. And so it depends on how much money you want to spend and how much time and effort you want to spend and how much room you have to store these Bible study helps. But if you really want to learn Bible reality, you're really serious about it, you need to be willing to spend a little money and a little time and effort and avail yourself of some of these good Bible study tools. And also in a later lesson, I'll talk about some other books that are not dictionaries and encyclopedias, but about church history, about Bible history, and some of those things that most Christians do not know about, and we will cover in that lesson when we get there. I'm looking forward to sharing more with you about the way it really is, Bible reality.